Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. On fourth down, Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On first down, Justin Herbert. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
Tackled back at the 33-yard line.
After the sack on first down, Herbert buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Third and long, it's Herbert. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
It's fourth down.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Browns drive about to get started. They're coming off a fourth down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on fourth down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Only 5 on this play to move the sticks. Third down, it's Nick Chubb. Room here to run. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I definitely like the play call. You don't expect it on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, do you? You expect a pass play. Had a little courage there to call the run. And boy, they were successful.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
They go with Chubb on second down, and the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Browns on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw is Watson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. So what did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play off the ball. Whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback, you have a much better opportunity.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
He was covered by Denzel.
Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, a 22-yard touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Pulls it in at the 13. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24.
Take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal is not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Here's Watson.
Swings this out for Hunt.
That's going to bring up fourth down. Only a gain of 2 there. They will indeed snap it to Watson. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. On first and 10, Herbert. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. He'll wind up losing 3 there on the sack. Good pressure, and it's second down. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game.
So when you have good field position to start a drive and you give up back-to-back sacks, that can be demoralizing for a team.
They're certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Herbert. Connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
John Johnson on the coverage.
And this one is right down the wrong way. And the lead stretches to 6 here. It's 13-7.
So a nice kick here as they add 3 to the lead.
I've seen so far, Brandon, I think they've been the better of the 2 teams here in the first half. So even though you want the touchdown, I think that's a nice job there to put 3 points on the board.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for first and 10. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball. And that one was picked off.
And they worked this well upfield across the 45. They got 29 yards that time.
Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Running on first down, Eckler.
Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
From just shy of midfield, Herbert. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here just past the 25. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Faking the give. Now Watson out to his left.
And now Watson throws another interception.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. That's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling. Held it to an okay game.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted.
And the Browns will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
After the interception, here's Watson. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
The final shot before the break. Watson letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
King York to kick off quarter.
So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And despite the turnovers, Charles, and they had multiple in that first half, they still have the lead as they begin this third quarter.
And they probably heard some conflicting tones at the half, don't you think? A lot of praise for what they did to get this lead, but also a little bit of scolding because they got to take better care of the football in the second half. But you and I both know the great leaders, they know how to give that little bit of vinegar in there and cover it with a big dose of honey.
Looking to throw on second down.
Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. I'm sure a lot of time was spent in the locker room, Charles, and talking with his defense about setting a tone here in the third quarter when you're down on the scoreboard. A sack like that, maybe that can get him going.
Yeah, you have to believe exactly what you just said. That they got together and said, let's be some change agents here. Let's go ahead and turn things around. Let's be the force that gets us going here in the second half and puts us in a position to find a way to win the game.
On fourth down, Herbert. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Taven Bryan with a nice play defensively. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Herbert now.
This is swung out to Eckler.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Herbert on first down now.
Slant route going to be caught by Palmer. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
That was the 8th play of the drive, so a somewhat fitting pickup of 8 yards.
And that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Again, Herbert. And this is caught inside the 5. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
Eckler will score. Touchdown, Chargers. starts off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 downs.
And this is going to be intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Well, there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. How about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
Taken from about the 12. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Browns drive about to get started. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out.
It's caught inside the 25.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
It's a gain of 53 yards. First down, Cleveland.
From the red zone now, Watson.
Going out wide, finds Chubb.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here, and before you know it...
And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Browns have cut it back within a score. Extra point by York is up and good.
And this is back to a 5-point game.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And able to get this out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. Still enjoying the lead here in the 3rd quarter despite their defense giving up that last touchdown. Now they'll see if they can get the equalizer here on this drive.
Now a deep ball going to be caught here near midfield.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. And he's in for a Charger touchdown.
Josh Palmer,
26 yards.
And the Chargers will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point right down the middle, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started.
And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've gotten pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Off of play action, it's Watson. He'll get this to Chubb out of the backfield. And they're able to get this one across the 35. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Browns.
Watson now to throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that one incomplete.
They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Watson off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. He's got his receiver, Cooper. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Chubb again, but he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Here's Watson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's got daylight. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. So a 4th quarter pick 6 here, and that one might put this game out of reach, CD.
I certainly agree with that, partner, and I know one thing, though. That team that just got the pick 6, they're going to keep playing until this one's over. Better be careful. They're looking to get another one.
After right down the middle, and that will make this a 19-point game. From the 10. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Browns drive about to get started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Amari Cooper with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
You've got to understand situational football because they're playing with the lead here late in the ball game. So the back defender has got to be as deep as the deepest receiver.
And my goodness, another interception. Derwin James with a pick.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted. Remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back at 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case there, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone.
And he'll be out of bounds here just past the 20-yard line.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs to keep up with your theme there, playing keep away. First downs, they can't touch the ball.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
And the Chargers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
On first down, Justin Herbert. That is caught. It's Williams. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Herbert setting up to throw on first down. This is caught inside the 15. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
Herbert operating from the red zone. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Chargers have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. And they'll have Herbert try and throw for it. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Browns drive about to get started. Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just the ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Offensively, they're just not playing a very clean football game right now. This deficit, there's a fumble. Good news for them, at least. That went out of bounds.
You're exactly right, and as they breathe a sigh of relief, you know they're looking at the scoreboard, thinking to themselves, we turn it over there, things could really get rough for us trying to make a comeback in this game.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. The offense on 3rd down, lacking much success. Just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Oh, he fakes a spike. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. And the Chargers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. So a nice play defensively by the rookie coming up with the INT.
And that's a late-round pick right there, making a first-round impact. And a lot of these day 3 corners end up winding up on special teams and sub-packages and even on the practice squad. But he's really made an impact on this defense, and he comes up with the interception there.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. They're going to pass here with Herbert. And that nearly intercepted. Well, the free safety roaming into position almost had it, but it's 2nd down.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10.
Herbert. That's going to be caught. It's Palmer.
Touchdown, LA!
Josh Palmer.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will bump the lead up to 26. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Taken from about the 12. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Browns drive about to get started.
Well, CD, it's all window dressing at this point. I mean, the best they can do is end the game with a nice drive to maybe build some momentum to move forward into their next contest.
Yeah, with how lopsided this game has been, even one score might not do a lot of cosmetic good on the scoreboard, partner, because it's just about looking forward at this point. Get a touchdown here, give yourself some positive momentum and reps to focus on when you get back to practice in the next couple of days.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson. He's going to let it fly. Ball had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
There we go on 4th. Watson. He's got a man, complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. Again, it's Watson.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know,
under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a 1st and goal. They'll give it to Chubb. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Browns are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. But just power football there down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They're certainly not letting up on the pressure in this one, and oftentimes you hear this expression, all gas, no break from defenses. But in this case, it's the offense still throwing the football up big in the fourth quarter.
With the late lead, Herbert's going to throw it. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. With baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception.
And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best.
He's got a man, complete. And with just inside of 10 seconds to go, they'll burn their final timeout. 9 seconds left. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Watson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Deshaun Watson finding Amari Cooper. And the Browns take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. One last throw here for Watson. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. That one looks like he'll throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show